Hey everybody, this is John and welcome to the free video. For today, we're going to take a look at a couple things. First, I'm going to look at the diamonds. This is by far the strongest index that's out there. And the question is, with the squeeze setting up, is the squeeze going to trigger to the downside? Because if the Dow goes, everything else is already going. Or does this kind of save the day and trigger higher, and that denotes that we've bottomed and we're ready to rally? Well, going through these real quick, I mean, the ones I'm watching the most. Okay, so that's the best performing one. The worst performing one is the Russell, and you can see the Russell has already gone. I mean, it's, you know, look at the weekly volume here is high. The volume here is above average on the selling here, and that's what that denotes is essentially real, what I would call kind of real selling. And then if I look over here at the daily, what I'm finding here, what's even a little bit more, I guess disturbing from the bull's perspective, is that the put call ratio on the way down is going lower. It's super bearish. It means people are buying calls on the way down. What you want to see is that if it sells off like this, that everybody's buying puts thinking it's the end of the world, and then you typically bounce. But here, everybody's buying calls on the way down. That's typically also pretty ugly in that regards. So, I think there's some opportunities here for some continued downside. And in terms of people that just prefer the long side, which in this market there are, then this is very simple. Just stick with the stocks that are showing resilience. And I would think my favorite one here is Facebook. I'm looking for Facebook kind of no matter what the markets do this week. You know, you're always playing the odds, but at least to get to about 79.50, and we're currently at 79.82. In terms of a position for that, how I've done this is what I wanted to do with this is kind of buy the stock. And so you can see I bought the stock, a good chunk of the stock, hedged it by buying the 77 puts. So this means that, if for some reason it opens at 70, then I've got my risk assessed. We have to rally essentially, the first 26 cents of the rally from my average price would be used to pay for this premium, which would be worthless in that case. And if we can get to like 79.50 at that point, then what I would look at doing is actually selling the shares and potentially even just holding on to the puts in case it rolls back over and dies. Okay, of course I could also sell calls against it too, but that's one that I'll be looking at and managing. This is the one that we did in the trading room on Monday, is that we bought the $75 calls at $2.10. They're now $3.40. I am looking for a little bit more upside on those. Again, that's $79.50. And then the other one I like here too is just GoPro. And for GoPro, this is one we picked up a little bit more of today, is this getting some stock and then some options. Started off selling the puts, but there's just such a high short interest on this. Today we hit a new high of 73.42, came off a little bit in the close, but on GoPro, I'm looking for a little bit more upside as well. And just in terms of a 1272 extension at this point, I would be looking for, you got, $75 pretty much, and then up to 77.80. So while overall I'm kind of bearish on the overall indexes, there's a couple of stocks here that I actually like. And then on the short side, the stocks that I like here are stocks that are rallying to resistance. So you can see that Priceline, every time it rallies to resistance, it's having some problems. There's a weekly squeeze here, and this could potentially turn into a massive short. You've got a situation here where you've got kind of a head and shoulders setting up, and if we take out that trend line, now that I'm looking at this, I want to get some exposure on this like right away. We take out this kind of trend line here, this thing could just get demolished. So this is, in most cases, I like to buy in the money puts. On something like Priceline, you could actually buy out of the money, because if this thing moves, it really starts to move. So if you'd like to see how I manage that trade and how Henry and Bruce and Carol and I are looking at the markets over the next 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday, September 24th and 25th, we are going to have what's called an open house in our live trading room. And this means that you can come in for free, and we'll be open during market hours, which is 9:30 a.m. to 4 o'clock East Coast time. And you'll have 2 full free days in our live trading room. You can kind of, again, it's like, this is our current analysis of the markets. I think the markets are actually in a very volatile place. So if there's any time to kind of watch and say, wow, okay, what are these guys going to be doing in this market? Now's the time. take a look at what stocks and instruments we trade, which trades are working best in these current market conditions, and have the ability to trade alongside of what we're doing, and also show you how we hedge and different things like that too. I think the next 2 days are going to be volatile and a lot of fun and great trading. If you're interested in doing that, you can go to this page, which is at simpleroptions.com/open house, and just put in your first name and email, click on register now, and we'll be going. And we're going tomorrow morning. So if you're getting this on a Tuesday, we're going tomorrow morning. If you're looking at this on Wednesday morning, we're going today. So you can sign up and jump in and see what's going on. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and looking forward to having you there.